Whoa. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We were out for a little while. So, yeah, sorry about last week. Usually we stream every week on a Monday night. But unfortunately, last week I was a bit sick, all that kind of stuff, all the fun germies and all that kind of thing. But we're back. We're back in the swing of things. Had one bunch of, it was like the whole double whammy. We had injuries, we had colds and flus and everything. But now we're back, and yeah, I'm in here, and we're doing stuff. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I've been like laying out all over the table. I'm still kind of working on this whole big Cyber City board that I've been kind of putting together slowly over the time. But yeah, we've got Michael Dykes in the chat. Good to see you there. Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad I'm feeling better too. So it's been good. So I'm tonight is just a bit of a. It's kind of like a skip scramble of things, I guess. Like I've got little things I'm kind of working on. I really wanted to move that guy over here, so I don't have to reach over it. But yeah, I've got a few kind of like odds and ends, things I'm trying out, little lights and little 3D printed prototype type things I've been kind of playing around with. But it's been nice to finally start to get a few things together. We'll have a look at how some things are kind of like set up. Like I think we remember from like a couple of weeks ago, we had these little sewer things that we were kind of like we were starting to kind of piece together. I'm not sure if you can tell there. Actually, you know what? That's a good one. I'm going to turn that on right now because I've got a little fog machine under there, and we might have a little look at how it's kind of like hooked up. Just come along with me. Hang on, Let's see. You can see my head. We come here. I'm gonna try and turn this on. Here we go. All right. There we go. All right. So that'll start puffing away, but you'll start to see some little smoke start to come out of there. Theus Primus, good to see you. Mike M, also good to see you. Yeah, but seeing that now we've got all those cool little steam holes now, which are the little what do you call it? The little sewer grates. We've got them all puffing away now. We've got them all making smoke, so they're all on this side too. So it's all underneath the board. Not sure if you'll be able to see underneath there. No, pitch black. But yeah, basically we've got a whole bunch of integrated little fog holes in this board, all kind of puffing away. A little smoke, and I quite like how it's kind of like set up because it's not like having a little pipe kind of coming in through here, you know, puffing smoke into there. It's all kind of like integrated into the environment. We've got those little foggy holes. Let's see if I can get a little better shot of it. Yeah, come down. Yeah, you can see them there, a little sewer grate. So that's part of the whole what do you call it? The steam pipe set that we had to design. Man, it must be coming on like a year or so ago. But yeah, it's nice to see them start to come to fruition with like a board build like this. And yeah, I think this is one of those things where it kind of like just takes a long time, kind of like chipping away at it. One thing I would love to do is you know, whilst it is kind of like nice to kind of chip away at a whole kind of like big project like this, the kind of I like to change it up every now and then. So it'd be cool to be able to kind of like lift this off to the side, try something else, come back to it. But you know, we've been kind of chipping away at it, which has been good. Now there are a few things on my table that we're going to be having a look at as well. I've got some ideas I've been kind of playing around with. So here we've been kind of like, you might have noticed that we had that like elevated rail sitting, let me go back to it here. So we got the elevated rail over here. So normally that, this terrain is kind of 3D printed from Sourceman Studios, and they have like their own little stands and stuff that you can put onto like the elevated rail, which are like these little guys. Let's see. Yeah, so they're little things you can kind of drag and click into, and then you kind of click your little rail pieces that we saw over there. So these like little rail pieces. The only problem is you need like quite a bunch of them to kind of get them elevated. So in the end, I kind of designed my own little, see that little truss kind of thing? If we come a bit lower, maybe we can get some lights in there. Well, this is kind of one thing we're going to be doing tonight also, is we're going to be adding a couple of extra lights into this area, into this board. So it's going to be cool to start seeing it look a little bit more lit up. Got some like little cheap stuff I wanted to try tonight. But yeah, basically, the elevated rails here, we had, so you can see just those like little trussy kind of things. So I've been kind of printing off these guys, and they kind of fit into a bunch of these little brackety things from Sourceman Studio. So these are just like your regular, what do you call it, the dragon clip height, size, and they just slot right into there. So that's been good to kind of piece it together for like bigger kind of bridge sections to kind of elevate some stuff, which has been good. And it's also compatible with the old gantry system as well. So I made sure that a lot of the thickness on these is compatible with all of that. So if you don't remember from video maybe like a while back, we used to have, I had designed like a little modular kind of gantry system, which was like a fast to print kind of thing, which is like, I don't have all the pieces here. They're hidden somewhere in this garage, and I will find them. I will find them somewhere. But yeah, I gotta tear it apart or something. I've been doing a whole kind of like reshuffle in here. But basically, I've got a few pieces here. These ones are like, they're like little modular pieces. They have these little kind of joining parts in them. You can kind of piece them together with the different types of clips and stuff to kind of make your own like modular structures. But yeah, long story short, I kind of made them the same thickness there. So if you wanted to kind of use these kind of like strut kind of things, you can slot into them and kind of pretty snug on the end there. So you can yeah, you can make all kind of different types of supporting structures, which I think for this kind of particular setting of like a cyberpunk style, sci-fi kind of thing, having all those like elevated walkways or any kind of elevated little like platforms and stuff is really going to like add to that science fiction-y feel. So we'll try and get a bit more lighting on this board tonight as well. I've got some extra lights that aren't quite lit up at the moment, but yeah, we'll play around with that. But you can start to see like having all those like elevated walkways and gantries and rail system stuff kind of really starts to kind of add a lot to that kind of like setting. Wow, the smoke's really coming. No, it's like a, yeah, it's dude, I'm gonna ask a question here. Do you glue them in or leave it with the friction fit? It is a snug fit. Try to get them as snug a fit as I can, so you can see you kind of pull them apart. And yeah, especially with like the being compatible with the like the dragon clip size as well, it's pretty snug in there. You can see doesn't come out that easily. Giving it a pretty. You kind of gotta pull. It's kind of friction fit. I tried to get it to like just the perfect fit. There's quite a few test ones of these where it's like, oh, too much, too little. But yeah, we got there in the end. So yeah, hopefully that should. So you can go sideways as well. And I'm not trying to make these as like filament efficient as possible, I guess. So yeah, they print pretty quickly as well. I think this one prints in about 40 minutes or something. And you can clip them to size and stuff, but yeah, I think there's a short one here. If you're a supporting Patreon, like the fine folks that we saw in the credits on the in the intro scene, and like Seeker level patrons, A Light in the Darkness, Anthony Von Olen, Blake Darley, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Devante, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, and Mad Bishop, and Mini Wargaming. If you're like those fine folks and the amazing supporters on Patreon, you can expect to see a couple of little drops for like little things like these in the early access. Some of these are like too small for like to go in like the the Patreon store where you can buy some of the 3D models, but maybe I'll try and make it like a bundly pack kind of things for these. Because normally I would just be like, maybe I'll put this out for free or something, but we'll put this on early access on the Patreon soon, especially with another couple of goodies. Like I've got a little fan modifier that we've been using for this particular build to kind of get like an inline fan kind of thing in there, and some like little Chinese lanterns I've been kind of 3D modeling and getting. So we're gonna get some of those kind of like little bits, you know. Yeah, it's all a thing. We're all kind of like chipping away at it. Anyway, all right. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got these like little. So this was kind of like what we worked on in the week to kind of work out that elevated rail. You are starting to see a little bit of some painted stuff as well. So you can see like, yeah, maybe I got up the exposure on this camera a bit, but you know, actually, yeah, so we're starting to get some like paint on here. So you can see we've got a little bit painted here and there, still a lot of gray to kind of deal with. The train's kind of painted. We've got some of the buildings are starting to get like a little bit of a base coat on them, that kind of thing. So it's all starting to come together. I think really what the best thing is going to be is something that we can kind of like any kind of like little lighting type things. I'm starting to use some of the stuff from Daffod's Terraintronics, very haphazardly. I'm just kind of like throwing stuff in as, oh, this little, let's see, we got this little noodly thing. Yeah, I quite like these little LED noodles. So that is just like hooked into one of these little sign things. Got a little switch. There, can you turn it on? Click it. I should put something in there to kind of make the noodles become like a little shape and stuff. So that's just powered off a single battery there. And then we've got, what else have we got in here? We've got one of these like LED badges. Turn that on. It goes in there. It slides in there. And so we'll slowly start to like work on getting a few extra things. But you can see like it's starting to build up. Yeah, and we also from a few weeks ago we had gotten some lights into this little train guy. I still need to put windows into this thing, but he's USB powered. Some of the lights from Light My Bricks. There we go. And then we had the little police car as well. Let's see if we can get him going. Let's see, where did I have him? Oh, and then yeah, we had a little new one as well. I've been kind of like working on. I've been meaning to try out some different boards from Terraintronics a bit. And we've got a police car happening in there too. And you see, like, just straight away, once you start like adding all those little lights, I think it's all kind of like just starting to become a bit more atmospheric. And like one of the new things has been one of these guys. So I found one of these little what do you call it? They're from like railway model kind of things. They're like an LED like street lamp kind of thing. And this one's kind of hooked into I guess it's like a little battery holder for one of those little button battery kind of things, and it's got a little switch on it. You can turn it on. You got a little street light. I do want to try and play around with this design a bit more, but we kind of like did like a little rough painting up here. So now, yeah, I guess if we add it somewhere here, let's add a little street light here. That'd be cool. I like that because I don't have to like put wires around the board or anything. It's all together. And see, already that's starting to look a little bit lively. That smoke smoke is going nuts though. Might just turn that off for now. Definitely becomes a good, good weathery type thing. But yeah, that's kind of like a bunch of the stuff I've been slowly trying to like pick apart at, just like add little bits of detail to it. And I've got something here I wanted to try out tonight. This guy was like a first initial idea. I was going for some of the kind of like little strutty things, but I wanted to keep it a bit more print efficient and stuff. So this one actually needed a few supports and stuff. But if folks are interested in this one, basically I was making them so you could stack them and slot them into each other. Ooh, this one? Yeah, so you can make bigger kind of like strut things. I don't know. I don't know about that one. The other ones are pretty good though, so we'll keep around that one. If folks are interested in these ones, let me know. Let me know in the Discord. But yeah, so we were working on some of the strut stuff. We got some of the little lights ticking away in there, which is good. But now I wanted to have a little look at this guy. Now this guy's been like I got this from a thrift store, like I want to say like months ago. Oh, it's a big old what do you call it? One of those digital photo frames. This one was the crazy low price of $6. So I don't know how this one will be. We'll see. Now I'm hoping that it'll be kind of like cheap enough and big enough that we could kind of like, maybe like pick it apart and use it for maybe some of the what do you call it? Some of the billboard type stuff. I'm gonna switch it to this. Now this camera definitely seems a little bit lower exposed. Try it with that. All right, very good. Yeah, let's have a look at what we got. Okay. It's to be pretty basic. That's kind of like what I want. I've got an SD card here filled up with a whole bunch of stuff from Sourceman Studios. They had some free like billboard poster style graphics. Let's see what we've got. Got some cables or something. Stand. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll be kind of just pulling this guy out of there. So this looks like an adapter kind of guy, which is good. And I'm guessing I can throw an SD card in there. Looks like it. SD. All right. I put some of those still images on there. I've also got a what do you call it? An animated GIF in there as well. So yeah, maybe we can try and see if it can play animated GIFs. That would be really good, actually, because then you can have animated stuff on there. I do have some like more complicated little what do you call it? Little tiny monitors and stuff. I wanted to try kind of getting some images on. I just need power. I don't want to unplug my heater. Hang on, we've got it plugged over here. Oh, it's all the way over here. There we go. Oh, nice. So yeah, I think I bought this months ago, thinking about this kind of thing. Michael Dykes, good to see you in the chat. Dakamui, yeah, we're just still playing around with this cyber city. I think it's been named Delta City for now. Actually, I'm gonna try plugging this guy in first. I think that's it. And then power like that. I'm curious if is there buttons? Oh, it's lighting up. Mr. Thompson. Let's see what we got. It might be my Thompson billboard. So far, nothing. $6. Let's get some buttons on the back. You know what? At the very least, not too. Oh, maybe I have to push it in more. There we go. That's power. All right, it's loading something. So far, so good. It's just gonna. Oh, okay. All right, we got a menu going now. Let's see, what do we got? If we can play videos on here, man, that would be a. So we got photo. Oh, is it touch? No, it's not touch. There we go. Left and right. Setup, calendar, clock. I think it's just going to be photo, isn't it? Okay, photo. Enter. Yes, little SD card. I'm hoping this will. If this works, then I'm going to see if I can try and get rid of this this border a bit. What? Thumbnail mode. Yeah, this is going to be one of those things where I should have read the manual. Jeez, it's taking a while. Maybe I gotta wait for it to load. I don't know. Alright, well, whilst that's juicing up, there was something else I was playing around with. Because that little hidey hole, that little thing underneath the, what do you call it? Underneath the railway that we had there. I was trying to play around and see if I could get some like UV reactive graffiti on there. I'm gonna give this a hot minute to see if it actually. No, I'm impatient here. Enter. Go. No, I just put JPEGs on here. So JPEGs, unless I save them as something else. So far, so good. We'll come back to the UV reactive idea in a sec. It's not working too much. I don't want thumbnail mode. Yeah, maybe photo is. Let's see, favorite, auto power, clock, calendar. So yeah, I would have thought. Auto power, clock. So we'll go set up here. Transition effect, zoom off. Interval time. Oh, so you can set how it changes, fit the screen, blah blah blah. This is all pretty fine. Okay, so I'm guessing. So photos, edit. I just want to see my little photos. Unless it's meant to do it automatically. I don't know. Menu. Maybe it just turn off menu. I'm going to give this one more try here. It might not like the SD card. But we'll see. We'll see. Whilst that's, you know what, I'm going to give it a minute. Let's see if it boots up. Okay. This thing was $6, so if it doesn't work, no harm, no foul, I guess. Anyway. Alright. So the other thing I've been looking at has been a little bit of this UV reactive paint. So I think it's like glow-in-the-dark paint. So if I go like this, one of the lights, yeah, should start to glow a bit. But it does react to like a UV thing. So I've got like one of these like little UV strips. So we'll have a look. Let's have a look at how it reacts to this. I might have to turn off some lights and stuff. One thing I don't quite love about it is you have to go quite thick on it to get any kind of like reaction from the UV light. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be using it. We'll still have a look. So we get one of these guys going. Get our black light. So yeah. So I wanted to see if I could get like this in like some painted graffiti underneath that little area. That is working, like it's reacting very well. I'm kind of like thinking of that bit from like Batman and Robin, is it? Where they're like fighting in one of those bits where it has like the neon reactive stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to see like how far I have to have this. This is pretty good in like studio lighting and stuff. It's reacting pretty well. The only problem is I don't like how just want to see how that's still a little wet there. I wanted to draw something on there, but there were a few colors I wanted to try out. So you can see they all kind of like react to this thing, which is good. But I'll have to play around with them, I reckon. I don't like how thick you're gonna go onto it to get that kind of reaction. So maybe this kind of thing would be better for like if you did like little slime pools and that kind of thing. Could be good. Little toxic waste kind of thing. That could be good. So we could try that out. What could we do? What could be our little toxic waste thing? We've got like little guys, these little trash can guys. We 3D printed. Put a little slime in there. Which slime? Which one? We could put orange, so it could be like a fire can, or put some green in there. What am I thinking? Yeah, let's try the green. Glow in the dark paint. Yeah, it's the glow in the dark paint I'm finding is quite. You have to go on quite thick. Otherwise, it doesn't react at all. So it'd be good maybe if I had like a brush there or something. But it seems to be quite good. So yeah, definitely would have to have some kind of LED strips or something on the board to kind of get some of those UV lights reacting. Because that'd be. I was hoping it was going to be like a really kind of nice, what do you call it? Like really volatile, kind of like. So I wouldn't have to go too thick on it. Like the pigment would be like nice and strong or something. But it's just I've used some other UV paint stuff, but this one's definitely not as reactive. I mean, it is. It's reacting well, but it's. Yeah, you have to go on so thick. So yeah, probably better for like little slimy effects. Could be good for like maybe if it was like the orange ones here. If I wanted to have it make it look like a lava-y kind of thing. I was kind of hoping that these were going to be more like pens that you could draw on them, because I have some of those like acrylic pens. But yeah, you just have to go so gosh darn thick on it. And I was hoping like, oh, maybe once it dries, maybe it'll thin out and stuff. It's like, oh no, it just keeps that thickness. The reaction is quite good though. Yeah. So that is definitely going to be more of an experiment, I reckon. I just got to work out how to get that LED strip onto there. I was hoping it was going to be thin enough that I could get it underneath this little. What have we got? This little. Hang on, let's try and go back here. I was hoping it was going to be thin enough that it could fit underneath where this little area is, but I actually quite like this area so far. Just gonna get a bit more light in there. It's definitely the wrong side of the tracks here. I don't know what's happening with this screen thing. It's not obviously. I don't have these graphics maybe like formatted correctly or something. Either that or. But I just maybe I'm meant to select the images. Oh, now I've done it. Man, this thing is worth $6. This thing is worth $6 so far. All right. Can I? All right. So I would guess, without looking at the what do you call it? The manual, I would guess I've not formatted them right for this thing. I like the idea though. You know what? We kind of flubbed the execution of that, but I wanted to see if I could get this like frame off, like the outer frame, and if that is kind of like thin enough, then we can worry about that kind of thing later. No, the actual actual like functionality of it. Ooh, yeah, touch that. All right, hang on. I'm gonna try and find a screwdriver. Oh, there we go. There's a tiny one here. Oh, it's way too big. Way too big. Oh, all right. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind the fluorescent paint. Just gonna play around. Maybe it's thin enough that I could airbrush it in there. See what we got here. It's my little drawer of tools. All right. Let's see if this is going to be simple enough. So, thoughts. Theories of why the images weren't showing up. I'm gonna guess I need to format them to a very specific pixel dimension or something to display properly. Could be also because I put an animated GIF in there somewhere. Maybe it was shitting itself on, you know, having a GIF in there. Could be all kinds of things. So I'm gonna have to have a look at the manual, working it out. It could be just actually this thing was like almost brand new when I got it from the thrift store. File format could be different. You know what? Let's grab it. Let's have a little quick peek. Oh, this thing had the like instruction manual and everything. function. I mean, there's a picture on there that has a picture, so it's got to be possible. Power connection, we did do that. Turning your photo frame off on blah blah blah. Okay, upon entering photo menu, the screen displays playback icon. Blah, blah, blah. Turning your phone after connecting the power, the photo. Oh, okay. Turning your photo frame on after connecting to power, the photo frame will automatically display the demo slideshow. You can press enter button to so it should have been playing something anyway. So yeah, you might be right about the format. We'll try powering it up again soon. Wow, this display resolution is real low, 480. But that might be okay for what we need. We just need it for like little images. It doesn't say anything. Okay. If the selected playbook source has JPEG files, so it can show like I would assume it can show JPEG files. All right. Looks like I might have to do a little bit of tinkering to see what's up. It might be just taking. It might be just like it doesn't like using an SD card in there. Might have to pull that out, use a USB stick or something. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we got that one on there. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Oh, there we go. Just don't want to break anything here. Ooh. I just want to take this big old frame off. Okay, that's better. All right, yeah, because I don't want this. Snagged in there. I don't want to rip it. Oh, I see. So there's a big old monitor. This will work. There's a monitor. Have a look. So yeah, because it's just got the board there, and yeah, if I could take the frame out, that would be good. Looks like it's just clipped in there. It was $6. I don't feel particularly. $6. There we go. So you just push it out. There we go. That's quite good actually. That's quite nice. That's pretty nice and thin there, which is good. Like there's not much of a like edge on it. The old smartphone trick too. Yeah, that's a good one. The only problem with like all smartphones is like the battery life is rubbish. So it has to have like although this is going to be plugged in too. But yeah, I found with a lot of my old ones, just they last for like 5 minutes before they die. Okay, but that's interesting. All right, we're going to try powering this up again. See how it looks at the very limit. How big is the SD card? The SD card, I think it's like 32 gig. That could be another thing as well. Maybe it's too big. I don't know how old this thing is. This thing is. Some old things can't read everything over. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, I might have to find something smaller. 32 gig. I tried to find small ones. Okay, that one's plugged in. So apparently it should be going automatically into that, right? I don't know. Alright, but I don't know. We'll have to play around with it. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping to at least display some of these graphics and stuff. Maybe I could take the card out. Let's see if it does like a demo mode kind of thing. Not MS. I don't know what MS is. Yeah. I don't know. But I like how thin it is. I actually don't mind the size of it either. I think it could fit pretty nicely on top of a building. We could try putting it up there just as is. Oh, see, there we go. We got demo mode. All right, so I've just taken the SD card out. Seems to be working all right. I'm gonna take the whole card out. Probably before I stop futzing with the electronics, just like unplug it so I don't fry myself, as one has done in the past. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to take this whole thing out. Yeah, I want this thing out of this frame. Because I want to throw this into like a little building-y thing. The power, I wonder what the power supply is, because with some of the power supplies, especially like this one with the little pin thing, you can get USB equivalent ones. So I might be able to find something like that so I can use like a little power bank instead of having it plug into the wall. I'm gonna take this apart. Strangely, it is hard to find cheap digital photo frames on Amazon or something. Everything I find is just like hundreds of dollars. This one I got lucky. So like, I guess it's like thrift stores where they don't exactly know what they've got. Although it's pretty old tech. Out of there. I'm just gonna be gentle. I don't want to yank out some of these wires. My goal is I want to see this on top of one of my buildings right now, because I've got little slots that you can put a billboard in. That's something I would love to see tonight. Alright. This one's clipped in. Oh, I see. Not anymore. Alright. So we're gonna have to work out what the buttons do. But that's it. We've got a little screen here. That's a lot more compact, which is good. Where's the power go? Power goes in there. Alright. I'm gonna try and just pop it up on top of a building, see how it fits. I wanna see. Where are we gonna put it? We can put it somewhere. SDMMC is different from SD that we use today. It probably can't read your card. Try a USB flash drive instead. All right, that's a good tip. We'll try that. I don't have a USB stick on me. There would be one inside the house though. Might be able to find, but it wouldn't have any pictures on it. put it here. This roof has a little. It's not quite big enough there. Oh my god, it's perfect. Yeah, that's big. Alright, so this roof over here, it has little slots there in there. I think that is designed particularly for like his own Sourceman Studios style signage and stuff. It doesn't quite fit, does it? It's close though. It's not bad. It's clipped in there. Yeah, we could try getting some power in there. We're gonna see like pictures of flowers. They have flowers in the future. Sure. Alright, so the goal will be to see if we can get power in this guy. What have we got? That's not bad. I don't even know what we're looking at there. Got some pictures and stuff. The size is not too bad. This is it says it's a 7-inch frame. You know, let's try and get a little bit of lighting from the back there. I'm gonna have to open this program. What do we got? We got virtual. Oh my god, it's so far away. I can't reach it. Is it this one? I don't know. It is that one. Okay, good. Very good. All right. That's all right. All right, how's that looking? Let me see. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I gotta move that board. But see, like we get some like low angles like this. Yeah, if we can work out the image thing. All right. Oh, it's a mess back. Alright, I'm gonna go this far. I don't wanna. Let's see, yeah. We wanna backlight a bit. But not too much. Alright. That's not bad. Let's slow right into that existing on the Sourceman Studios roof, which is cool. Oh, what do we got? So yeah, see that just says, you know, you gotta keep an eye out for those bargains. You're in the thrift store, boom, find a photo frame, bam. I just gotta work out that image thing, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna hot glue that thing already there, but I mean, for the amount of low effort involved, just to kind of unscrew it, I could probably print some like little bits to kind of put around the edges of it, or kind of use some of the what do you call it? Like we've got all these like little struts and stuff, right? Some of the stuff we've been printing, like these guys. There we go. Hot glue some things to it. Good. Well, you know what I mean. Get some of these in there or something. I don't know. Just put it on there like a hat. I don't know, but yeah, that looks all right. That looks better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot worse actually. So I think once we get some proper images on there, I do have another little monitor thing I got to work out. It's kind of a bit more programming style stuff involved, but not bad, not bad. I'm gonna try to work that out straight after the stream. I'm gonna see if I can get you were reckoning a USB stick, I think, to kind of get some. I'm not sure about the placement of that guy though. Maybe we'll have to work something out there. Anyway, that's all right. I like that. I like that a lot. See, sometimes it's just you gotta like chip away at these kind of things. I'm gonna get all this mess out of here. Oh man, I bought those little SD cards thinking it would be great to kind of piece that together, but looks okay. Yeah, I just gotta get some images on there. I'm curious if it gets if I can put some GIFs on there. That would be great. Yeah, you're totally right. We could... Honestly, now it makes me want to go out to like other thrift stores and see if I can find some some more little photo frames, because I think it could be useful if we could, even for like other genres and stuff. Like you just have a little bit. If I can get animated GIFs on there, that'd be something. Because you could have like little fire effects or lava effects or something. You know, for like $6. You know, that kind of thing would be pretty good to have going. Yeah. All right. All right. I wanted to show a little bit. One more thing before we close out the stream. I'm going to show a little bit how this kind of like fog stuff came together. Your dad will run GIFs with a shot though. Yeah, I'm I am skeptical as well. I did want to show a little bit more how this fog stuff came together. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer with the old slider camera here. Because yeah, at the moment we've got these little holy guys. I have to turn up. Man, that fog is coming out nice and thick and low, which is good. But you can see we've got. You know what? I'm going to turn on the pit spots here. So we can see what we're doing. Let's get a little pin spot on it. There we go. So something I did different with this style of setup for the fog is normally I have the fog box underneath there. It's got like a big, what do you call, like a 40mm fan in there, and that thing is actually it's got a lot of push, which is great for like bigger board kind of setups. But I was noticing that it was just coming out a little too fast. Now I've kind of switched over to using one of these little 25mm fans. So this one's like a little USB powered one. And even just like, because I was using a little, one of these little dimmer switch kind of guys to dial down the bigger fan a lot. But it was still coming through very kind of fast. But with the smaller fan, I found it's got a nice little trickle to it. When it's coming out, it's not like blowing out, but it's just giving it like a nice little gentle blow, little puff blow, and it's just enough to kind of send the fog out, but have it kind of like settle kind of nicely. If anything, I probably would like it to be a little bit more, just so it's not too much. But you can see there, it's like settling really low. I've just turned it all off now. So we've got these little holes in there. And that's kind of what we did on a few streams back. I was setting up some of the boards. We had like some of the holes, and it's got some of the little holes from like the the steam pipes set kind of thing. I doubt it'll run GIFs. Instead of one TV, you could speed up the transition and loop an image to make it look like, oh, that's interesting. So like put my own like little animations in there. I'll have to see how fast it can transition. That's something fun to play with, I reckon. That'd be good. But anyway, so we've got pipes underneath there. I'm not sure if I can bring the camera all the way around, but I'm gonna get the little hose around. I'm just gonna unplug it for now. Oh, so what I've got is with the steam pipe systems. Normally we have got one of these guys. I've got some more. Hang on, just one sec. All right, I got it. Whoa. Yeah, so normally I'd have a pipe coming out from the fog box, and it would be blown by one of those big fans in the back. Swap that out for one of the kind of pieces that comes with the fog box system. There's like it's basically like, I call it a cyclonic trap because it has a little kind of corkscrew thing to it, and it's got like a grill on the front. And that's so fog can come in from the smoke machine, and then it just stays in that box instead of it kind of like pouring back out. It seems to work pretty well. Like, I'm not any kind of like fogineer, but it seems to do the trick of keeping that fog inside the fog box. So instead of having the USB fan at the back of the fog box, this is for having it kind of more where I'll have like some of the hose pipes coming through, and I'll have some of the fittings. So I have fittings like this underneath the board, where I'll have, like, if you imagine one of those sewer grates sitting on top of it, that'll be sitting. So say that's the top, and basically I'll have some little pipes underneath. I am using some pop tubes, so those are like those like extendable pop tube kind of things, which are quite handy. But basically, these kind of they hose down all the way down into the fog box, and I've got it kind of as like a little hub underneath that board, which I can't quite show at the moment. Maybe I'll take some photos later. But before it kind of gets there, I've put together one of these guys. So it's that little USB fan, and I've made a version of these like little inline adapters. So these ones will click in to like the fog box system, so they'll slot in nice and snug, something like that. So they'll sit in between, and it'll get a little bit more of an airflow going. So that's just a nice gentle kind of pushing airflow, as it'll kind of just have that little bit pushing into all those additional pipes that we have running underneath the system. And it's just to get like a little bit of a blow, just so it's just nicely, softly kind of like wafts out. So that's kind of what I have been trying out with this, and it's been working out pretty well. There was like a short, like one of those portrait, well, the little Mimi, the short little videos, and we had like the industrial pipes set up with the whole thing, and I had like a poor man's version of this, where I had it like hooked up to the little 9-volt battery inside a pipe that was coming out of the old fog box system, which was all made from like Tupperware containers and stuff, and I had a smoke machine going into there, and basically you need like the big receptacle of like smoke to kind of be underneath there, and this for like having the fan kind of like draw out from there, as it's almost like a big pool of this smoke that's kind of filling this big chamber, and this one is just like pulling it out just a little bit, so it comes out into all those little holes and stuff, so it doesn't just kind of blow all that smoke out all at once. It just kind of slowly trickles it out, especially if you have a smoke machine on a timer or something. It'll slowly trickle that out, and yeah, I'm going to turn it back on. So I'm not even using like a what you call it, the reptile fogger in this. I could definitely use a reptile fogger in this setup, but haven't been so far, just because I wanted a little bit more of that wispy smoke. Whoa. Just gonna make sure I got the fan blowing the right way. There we go. I had a 50 chance. I think we did it. There we go. It's coming back. Something I want to try. It's just like turning off all the lights. So it's just like, ideally, in the end, I'd love to have this board just completely set up with in complete darkness, but nothing but like the street lights and LEDs and stuff, all kind of like illuminating it. That would be pretty cool to see it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try turning everything off. Let's see how close we can get. Turn off the DMX here. Oh, can we turn it off? I don't know. How dark can we go? I think I'm going to turn these guys off. Yeah, there we go. Dark, 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 super dark. Oh, it's still not dark enough. Let's see. It's like, oh, see, see, this is why we need all those little LEDs and stuff inside there. 'Cause we've got nothing. Oh, but yeah. See, that's why I need all those like little signs and stuff. It's really dark in here. But once we'll have some of the stuff. Actually, I do have a cool light that might work really well for this situation. I've got one of these. It's almost like a little LED torch. You put these little gobo filters on stuff. There we go. That's gonna get really nice and cinematic, actually. I see. That's pretty simple lighting setup. Oh, green light underneath one of those sewer manhole covers would be good. Yeah, underlighting would be king, actually. That's a really good idea. Try plugging in my little... Actually, we've got... I do have an LED strip here. It's just not plugged in. But yeah, it's turning into a city. We just need we need way more lights. Way more. There we go. All right. I think we've got plenty to still experiment with. Yeah, don't forget my little black light. We'll have to try and get some of that in there. We've got loads to still working on here. Definitely gonna have to try and like change gears maybe next stream or something. Something more fantasy or something. I do dabble in some like Shadow Dark stuff as well. I've got a Shadow Dark game coming up on Sunday, so I better prepare something. But yeah, Atmo Noir. That's right. Delta City, the Delta City Blues. That's what we've got here. Whoa. But yeah, it's coming together. We just need way more LED lights, I think. But it's yeah, we'll get there. And I'm gonna work out that screen. I think we can do it. I'll get a little bit more screens as well. And there's some other ideas I've got for more LED lighting that we can pop in there. All right. Thanks everyone for stopping to tonight's stream. Make sure to check us out next week when we're live again next week. Hopefully not sick or injured or anything next time. And if you want to check out some more stuff, be sure to check out the Discord if you want to join the Patreon community. We'll have some exclusive drops for folks with some little 3D printable stuff, that kind of stuff that should be coming soon. So keep an eye out for some new episodes and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm the worst content maker in the world. It takes me a while to kind of get a video out. So extremely thankful for all the amazing support that everyone's been doing in this community. All the likes, comments, subscriptions, and everything always floats my boat. So yeah, fantastic. And yeah, Coca-Cola ad. That's a good idea. All right, I'm gonna work it out. Thanks, folks, and until next time, let's create and inspire. See you guys.